So here we go. Welcome back to another edition of Game Day. I'm outside sunny Kassam Stadium as Town take on Oxford United in this big League One clash. Now, normally when these two sides meet, it's a goalless draw. We want goals today, don't we? So hopefully we get that. Of course, Town need a big win today and make a statement and also keep them slim playoff hopes alive. We shall wait and see. I'm going to speak to fans after the game on the result. Enjoy the action. Let's go.
Oh, 1-1 here at the, I can't remember, I'm not even going to say the family's name, the stadium. I'm just so devastated. It's an emotional game. Kassam, thank you, Mike. So devastated, really, when you can see the goal with the last kick of the game, but it was a fantastic performance by Town. Look, if we're going to play it without being an emotional wreck, we conjectively, we dug it out first half, there really wasn't much in it. Second half, we completely dominated. The substitutions of Morsey and Bond came on, just gave us so much more stability through the middle of the park. I think Bond won almost every single header, every flick on, everything. Piggott was poor, unfortunately, and the goal when Selena scored, you just really felt this could be a monumental victory in our season. Obviously scoring with the last kick of the game, the moment that came over, you could see their centre half McNally steaming in from the back, and it's a bullet header. These things happen in football. Every single person here, and I'm sure all the Ipswich Town fans watching on iFollow and at home on the radio, etc., absolutely gutted. Very emotional sport, football. Yeah, I'm devastated, but trying to be sensible and say we were brilliant today. Like, we really were. It was a perfect away performance until the last 30 seconds. McKenna's got us going in the right direction. It's probably too late for the playoffs with Plymouth winning again today. All the teams were drawing. It was looking so good, but Town fans were going in the right direction. Again, as I said, Backinson, I've got to give some praise to him. I thought he was superb. The amount of times he broke up their attacks, his long legs just niggling here and there. Chaplin working his arse off. Burns was a constant threat in behind. Thompson started poorly but got better, and obviously Selena, he's always got that touch of class, and it was a really good team goal. So positives again, but of course we're going to go home disappointed. 1-1 here at the Kassam.
Steve here, just watched 3 points dragged out of our hands by a late goal. Thought we were excellent, to be fair. First half was a bit patchy. Second half, when Macaulay Bond came on and Morsey changed the game, really. I thought Piggott played quite well in the first half. There's probably a few people up for ABH in the first half with the back of the referees' appalling decisions. The sooner we're out of this league, the better. I can't be doing with watching the quality that we watch with from the referees, but that aside, I thought we were really good. Should have won 3 points. I thought the goal Selena got was amazing. And as I say, Maka really ran his socks off, really, second half. There was one point where he charged a player down and then screamed at the fans, and everyone got on their feet. So it might be out of our hands. We got Plymouth next week. They won. Just makes that decision to not get rid of Cook earlier even more galling, really, when McKenna's done such a great job with the team. So on to Plymouth next week. I'm going to Plymouth next week, so we'll see how that one pans out. Hopefully 3 points, but looking forward to next season. I think that'll be a really, really good year next year. So up the Blues.
Matt and Luke here after Ipswich Town 1, Oxford 1, but feels like we've lost that game, doesn't it?
It's a very late defeat, in effect, isn't it? We were brilliant for 94 and a half minutes. That was a perfect away performance. We defended well in the first half. After 10 minutes, we sort of got a foothold. You saw us develop. There was a bit of a threat with Burns down the right, particularly in Selena. Second half, we obviously get the goal. I think Bond changes everything up front. It gives us a better focal point.
Yeah, I think he's a bit better at chasing those lost causes, but I think that kind of defines Ipswich Town in 30 seconds, really, doesn't it? You give it that.
The second half is a perfect personification of Ipswich Town as a football club.
Yeah, do all the right things and throw it away right when it matters.
Absolutely brilliant, looking flawless, and then just that one last little finishing touch, and it all goes to pot, really.
I think that's probably put the season in the mud.
It is absolutely done, I think. But win today with all the results going how they were, I honestly think, we had a pretty good shot. Favourable run-in aside from Plymouth and perhaps Rotherham.
Yeah. Annoys me how much they celebrated that goal. You'd think they'd won the Champions League, wouldn't you? I think we'd have done the same. I don't.
They've all done the same. But
No, it just winds me up. But,
yeah.
you know,
It's a sickener, isn't it?
if we're going to take one positive out of the thing, at least I got points in the Predictor League. We're going to get run over by a bus here. Let's get a bit closer to Ross. We're going to be killed. Ross, we're going to be killed by a minibus.
We are going to be killed by a minibus.
Ross, we're going to die. Ross, this is final destination. I think we should leave that there and get out of the way of this bus that's trying to kill us, Luke.
I think so.
All right, well, up the town.
Hi there, it's Neil here. What can I tell you really, 1-1, and to be honest, I don't know how that game's ended up the way it has. We, second half, absolutely dominated it, particularly when Morsey came on. I think when Morsey came on, that changed the game really in our favour. We didn't look in any trouble, and got done again right at the end, and that's, you know, we don't stand or fall today. What's happened over the season is really what matters, and I think, you know, come what may, whether in this league next season or the league above, we've got the right platform to go on now. The fans today, absolutely superb, you know, and just shout out to my man Ross for helping me get a ticket, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to come. So thank you, sir.
We had that game. We had that game in the palm of our hands. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I'm more disappointed that a team like Oxford, that didn't seem anything special, managed to get off to a good start, and it's probably the only reason that they're in 4th place. The only reason that we're in 9th is because we didn't get off to a good start. Because this league is poor, and we see teams like this all the time. And I don't know, we played some good football in the second half. First half, they had the chances that you could almost say, you could understand why they were top scorers. They seemed to be cutting through us pretty simply. Walton pulled off a few really good saves and kept us in the game. But the second half, they just tired really quickly, and their back line, it didn't seem like it seemed like, you know, they just shoehorned a load of people in there just to make do, and you can see why they've conceded so many goals. And we were all over them. We're creating massive chances. Thankfully, we took the lead, but at the end, it just seemed like a lack of concentration, not getting over the finish line. Just one lack of concentration. Gone. Give away a corner, and then they throw everybody forward and they get it in the net. And that was the game. As sad as it is, this is not our season. I don't feel like it's our season. Let's give McKenna a full transfer window, pre-season, and next season we get off to a good start. We're going to be in the mix. I'm off home.
Absolutely gutted. As soon as the 5 minutes went up, I looked at the guy next to me and I said, "Oh, I don't like this. This is too long." And Oxford got a lot more than they deserved. Just didn't quite come off for us. No, lack of sort of final ball. Piggott unfortunately didn't do much in the first half. You can't help but think if we had a more clinical striker, or even someone like Jackson who could burst in with pace, you know, Selena could play balls into him. Just really unfortunate. You can't help but think now this is it. It's going to take a lot now. It's, you know, not mathematically out of the question, but we're going to need a lot of luck to go our way. I'm not going to lose hope until the fact that he's actually sung, but it's not looking great, is it? Just gutted, absolutely gutted.
Welcome to the third location of today's game day, and I'm reacting to Oxford 1, Ipswich 1, and it's so disappointing, conceding in the last minute of the game. The problem is that you just have so much hope as Ipswich Town fans, and it just ends up being disappointment once again. I said before the game today that it was going to be win or bust, and unfortunately with that draw, in my opinion, it's bust. It's just because there's too many points to make up now between now and the end of the season. We've given it a good fight. We've been excellent in most part. Like under Kieran McKenna, we've had an absolutely phenomenal period of play. I think I was looking at the table before today's game, and since Christmas, we've been the second best team in the league. So yeah, no questioning that we've been good recently, and no questioning that like we have the potential to do something amazing next season. But it's just that there's too much to do now. We're not quite clinical enough up front. That is, whether that's with the actual final ball that we're getting in, or as we know, the strikers are just a little bit misfiring at the moment. So in the summer, it's going to need a couple of new strikers and really a renewed impetus, because if we play like we did, especially second half next season, then we're going to absolutely blow this league away. At least we're going to be easily top 6, because we're playing some really nice football. I'm really enjoying watching us, but once again, it's the absolute kicker punch at the end, conceding the goal. So we made third place Oxford, or wherever Oxford are in the league, or fourth place Oxford, we made them look ordinary today, and that's a real kudos to Ipswich Town Football Club, because 6 months ago, like, we would have probably gone down like with a whimper. So we're making progress, we're doing well, but we just need that killer instinct to win more games. On to next season. Ipswich Town, come on.
Well, Ross, I'm gutted. That is absolutely galling. I think at the end of the day, though, that's good night Vienna. We needed to win this game. We needed to win last week pretty much, and even though we were so in control of that second half, we just haven't got that little quite enough at the moment. I think next season will be brilliant. I'm sure we've got so much of a fantastic foundation to build on, but we do need little bits in certain areas. We do need to bolster up the midfields, because you could see first half it was an even game, and then even Morsey coming on in the second half, who's not even fully fit really, makes a massive difference, changes the game. We're completely on top. Bon for Pigott had to be the logical choice, because it just isn't Pigott's game. And people who have a go at Pigott, I'm not going to have a go at Pigott. I just don't think it's his game. Selina played a through ball in like the first few minutes for someone to try and run onto, and they just didn't. It's not going to work if you've got Pigott up front. That's where you would need Jackson to come in and do something, and he's injured. So I'm not going to have a slate Pigott, but they needed to make that change. Bon worked really hard, so in control, and then obviously that last minute, and it's absolutely galling. But we knew coming into it, we're playing catch up, and we can't afford things like that. Mathematically, it's alive, but I think we're all going to pretty much say now it's gone, and I like to remain positive, but for me it's all about next season.